Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestler's Way and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10, where former World Champion Jon Moxley made his highly anticipated return to the show, as did Cody Rhodes. Adam Cole and Britt Baker competed for the first time together in AEW. The House of Black made their debut, and there's lots more going on, so let's get straight into it. And the show opened with Jon Moxley. He got a massive reaction, of course. In typical fashion, he used the F-word expletive to start his promo. He spoke about his demons haunting him and inner scars he had been carrying, scars he believed made him who he is. He addressed the people who wrote him off and said that he doesn't run from his demons, he just beats the shit out of them. Jon Moxley then thanked the fans for their support before announcing it truly felt like he was free and raring to go. He claimed to have gone through hell, and anyone asked in the AEW locker room to step up to him, he smashed the mic on the mat before he picked up his jacket and walked back through the crowd. This was a really great return for Jon Moxley. So great to have him back, and I just can't wait for his first feud. Before MJF and Wardlow appeared in the pre-tape vignette, and with the Salt of the Earth addressing Punk, he stated that Second City Saint got as a result of Wardlow experience, but Shawn Spears won't make that mistake. To make matters worse, the former MLW star docked his pay, claiming he will increase it if the Pinnacle member wins the Face of the Revolution ladder match. It's all building up before he got Orange Cassidy and Starlando versus Adam Cole and Britt Baker. The in-ring portion of the show started with Britt Baker stomping on Cassidy's foot and showboating for a bit. However, this cost her as Starlando got an early control. The Doctor tagged in Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy took him out with a top rope crossbody. He then hit a pump kick, but Cassidy responded with a huge DDT, forcing him to roll out of the ring. Britt then interfered as Statlander caught her in a standing vertical suplex. Cassidy and Statlander proceeded to take out their opponents at ringside in a brace, but it proved costly as Baker and Cole hit simultaneous super kicks. The show headed into the first break as the heels took control, and it resumed with Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole taking each other out. Both men were hot tags to their partners as Statlander hit a blue thunder bomb for a 2 count. Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole then got the tags in again, and the former unloaded on the latter with fast rights. Cole then hit an enziguri as Cassidy got a stunner. Britt Baker made a blind tag and delivered a stomp on Cassidy as Statlander entered for a Death Valley driver. Adam Cole then stepped the Galaxy's favourite alien from delivering a 450 splash on Baker by putting her body on the line. Cassidy then hit the breach break on Cole for a near fall as he rolled out. Baker then delivered a Canadian Destroyer on Chris on the ramp as Adam Cole hit one on Cassidy inside. A shot Baker and Cole placed the timekeeper's area right at ringside, but Brick was absolutely set for this calendar, and enraged Cole hit a low blow on Cassidy and followed that up with a boom for the win. And yeah, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Really fun match. Builds up for Cole vs Cassidy next week, which was announced in a lights out match. Can't wait for that. It's going to be great. But yeah, this was a really fun segment, and I hope to see more of these two teams teaming. Jericho and Proud and Powerful were then present backstage as Marvez Infused, and the demo got insulted against them, but Santana and Ortiz took offence to it. They stated that perhaps the Mad King was right about Jericho holding them back, and they were done fighting battles with him. They said that they were going to look after their own interests before the Inner Circles. Could we get a little feud? Before a furious Adam Cole called out Orange Cassidy after a little bit of a break, Marvez then handed him a microphone and vowed to win Cassidy next week. And that was basically it. Kind of a weird return, but whatever. Before we got CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. After last week, CM Punk sought revenge. MJF made his way to the commentary table as CM Punk hit a go to sleep for a quick win within seconds of ringing the bell. MJF then crept up behind CM Punk as the latter grabbed him by the scarf. The 3-time Diamond ring winner escaped Punk's wrath as the voice of the voiceless stood tall to win the segment. Yeah, this was very quick. Kind of feels sorry for Shawn Spears in this one, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 this week. Gunn stopped Christian Cage in his tracks backstage and asked him for an AEW tag team match. Christian shoved it off, but Austin and Colton ambushed the former Impact champion and laid him out before Cody Rhodes made his way to the ring to a mixed reaction. The crowd booed the American Nightmare as he asked fans what they wanted to talk about. Cody Rhodes referenced CM Punk's pipe bomb and discussed its impact on the wrestling business. Cody Rhodes claimed that the revolution CM Punk spoke of was being carried out by him. He said the fans were jeering him, which is why he refused to turn heel. The TNT champion he built the Forbidden Door in a passion war as the crowd broke into Cody's chants. He fired shots at NXT by speaking about beating them, and then proceeded to put over Malachi Black and Jay Lethal before trolling Walter's name change. He then addressed the fact that there were 2 TNT champions and he would propose a unification ladder match at Beach Break. I'd love to see that, but yeah, this was a decent promo. Cody knows exactly what he was doing. It was fun. Jade Cargill, along with Smart, Mark Sterling, Anna Jane and John Silver, were present backstage at an interview. Mark reminded the Dark Order members that Jade Cargill is 24-0 in AEW. Before Jordan Silver claimed Anna Jane will beat the TNT champion. Mark Sterling proposed and accepted a match before we got the House of Black versus the Varsity Bronze, and yeah, he was immediately overpowering Griff Garrison early on. Brody. The House of Black members continued to dominate and challenged Bryan to hit the air Pillman, but he dropped off at ringside instead. The AEW debutant run over Griff Garrison at ringside before Malachi Black and King combined to pick up a quick win. Black took the microphone and addressed the crowd before Pac interrupted. The former WWE star delivered an ominous message to the House of Black as Malachi and Brody walked back. And yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes, to be honest. This could be a very interesting one. But yeah, for the match itself, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 just because it's such a good debut. Romero then reminded the Young Bucks that he and Trent defeated them during their time in Japan and was ready to do so again. Trent Beretta stood next to him as Brandon Cutler recorded for the jury. The challenge then the Jackson brothers to a match on Rampage as Romero ordered Cutler to get out of his sight before he got Archer versus Kazarian. Archer hit a huge elbow strike as the match began, but Kazarian came back with a few strikes. Archer then took control as he dropped Kazarian and wore the Elite Hunter down. The Mighty Hot Monster then dragged Kazarian around the ring and continued to dominate as he delivered a clothesline. Back from a commercial, Archer was still on top as he wiped Kazarian into the turnbuckle and continued to grind on his opponent in the corner. Archer stopped the former champion in his tracks as he had a quick recovery, but Kazarian then quickly brought back on track before a leg drop from middleweight earned Kazarian a 1 count. Archer continued to hit a huge showdown and followed that with a heavy coaster and a blackout earned him a win. After the match, Dan Lambert and Lance Archer called out Page. The AEW World Champion showed up and nearly delivered the buckshot lariat to Archer. The latter rolled out and decided to walk away. I mean, look, I'm just surprised that they're all together now, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see where it goes. But yeah, on the whole, this was decent enough. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but I kind of wished it gone a bit shorter. But I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up was Sky Blue versus Serena Deeb. Deeb showed off her technical prowess early on as she delivered a steady tackle before she locked in a guillotine against the ropes. The former WWE star then hit a stinging neck breaker and an equaliser and locked in the Serenity for the quick win. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Comfortable win for Serena Deeb, and just building up to that last match, maybe at Beach Break, before Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky and Dan Lambert showed up backstage to against John Moxley's return. Page claimed that while the rest of the locker was scared, he didn't care. He proceeded to ask a match against him on Rampage, and it was made official. Can't wait for that match. That's going to be a banger. Before it's main event time, Sting and Darby versus the Acclaimed. They were brutalising Sting and Darby early on the heels. They wrapped a chair around Darby's neck and sent him into the ring post. Adam was deemed unable to continue and Sting had to go alone. Sting shoved Bowens outside the ring and whipped him into the stairs before inflicting the same fate on Max Caster. Back inside, the Icon delivered a Stinger slash on Caster before Bowens removed the top turnbuckle. Back after a break, Sting locked in the Scorpion Deathlock and delivered a super kick to break up the hole before driving a boombox into Sting's head. The Acclaim then tried to put Sting on the steel steps, but Darby Allin came out of nowhere. He delivered a coffin drop to both members of the Acclaim before hitting the code red. The former TNT champion then locked in a guillotine before Sting broke up a pin attempt after they got back on top. The WCW legend delivered a splash off the stage to drive Caster through the table. Inside the ring, Darby Allin hit a stunner and a coffin drop to give the fans a home win. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Really, really decent match and definitely the correct result. I like the way they booked it as well, with Darby going out for a bit. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me this week. Yeah, it's a solid episode of Dynamite. I enjoyed it from start to finish, really. Lots going on. Sorry, a bit of criticism for last week's Dynamite, but yeah, I think we can all agree that this was a lot better. Solid show. Really decent. Hopefully AEW can continue the momentum. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks very much for watching, and for like, share, subscribe, and send me your thoughts, comments down below. Follow us, thanks for watching for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel on screen, my man, be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.